Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of The Mortgage Mindset. My name is Dean Franzese, and today I'd love to speak to you about all of the changes that this industry has gone through over the last couple of decades. The reason I chose such a special guest is because he's who I started with in the business, my mentor. His name is Cullen.
Hey Dean, thanks for having me today. I'll tell you, I started in 1997 in this business, and the changes are amazing. So we used to think we did a great job when we would put an ad in the Boston Herald or the local Newsday here on Long Island, and we would get 50 calls a day from a refinance ad that said, lower your rate to 8.99%. And people would actually call. A lot of people would call in a day. And because we, got those calls and we got out to X amount of people, we would think we did a great job. Now you put a post on, whatever, Instagram or whatever it is, and now you're getting out to 2,000, 5,000, 9,000, depending on your boost, however you guys do it. And, it's pretty amazing the changes that have happened, in the industry. And, you could probably speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, of course. And it is funny because as much as our business has transitioned to, social media and building a brand and really getting yourself and who you work for out there, I started with you guys very old school in the business. And I think having those morals and values in this business, dial the phone, put in the hours, reach out to as many people as you can reach out to, having those, things instilled in me as somebody who got into the business 10 years ago. And now, adding in all of the social media stuff, helping us build a brand and get our team out there. I think it's amazing to really, kind of combine both, and it really helps all of us take our businesses and our careers to the next level. Because it is very important nowadays to make sure that even when somebody applies for a mortgage and they didn't find you on social media, most people are on the internet. They type your name in. If they don't see you pop up or your company or your brand, you're probably not going to get the business. And that's why it's also so important to be out there, not just to get business, but to also show your clients that, we're real people and we're a reputable company, and, we're going to help you accomplish all of your goals, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but you brought up an important thing. When you're on social media, that's what your clients see, that's what the recruits see. But your work ethic was the reason that you got where you are. The morals and how hard you work during the day. That's how you got to where you are and learned everything that you did. Because you were grinding back in the day. I watched you, I saw it, I witnessed it. And it also goes into recruiting, the social media stuff. And we used to put those ads in the paper. It's the same way we hired people. It wasn't just getting business. There was no way to reach out to the people the same way you do right now. Whether you hired a recruiter or whatever you did, they did the same thing. There was no way to, cast that web, if you will, to hire people and find good loan officers, good talent. You did it through the newspaper or mailers, however you did it. So it's a much different market right now on how we attract good talent. But nothing, like you said, if you don't have that tenacity and that, just the ability to make yourself dig deep and make sure you're on the phone still these days, or going out and meeting real estate agents, whatever you have to do. If you're not grinding it out like you and your team do, you're not going to be the most successful guy the way you are.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. And, I learned those values from you and, my father, who was your partner starting in the business. A lot of people, I think, even this last year or so, with all of the changes in the market and all of the media portraying high interest rates and, the world's going to end, and all of the bad news that I think really makes people put things on pause. Having a model like we do on my team, dialing the phone, having marketing in place, understanding the changes that we've had to gone through. So now focusing on building a brand and getting each loan officer out there. I think that's what really separates us from our competition, because a lot of people just focused on only referrals the last year and not leads, or really vice versa. And I think having all of the ammunition, in your arsenal, leads, marketing, referrals, meeting all the people, doing some of the events that we've done, I think it really gives us, a tremendous leg up on our competition. And that's what really helps us succeed.
Dean, one of the things I want to give you credit for, and all, your whole team, to be honest with it, is, the knowledge that they have. Because if you don't know every program, if you don't know, what's available, if you don't know the non-QM programs on the platform that they're underwriting here at Hartford, all those things, because back in my day, we used to have in our office, we would have the reps from every bank. They would come in here. If you had a borrower on the phone, you would say, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. You would literally have 3 or 4 reps from each investor in your office. And you would say, here, I have a borrower, 650 credit score, he needs 75 loan to value, whatever it is. It would literally be at your office fighting for the business, competing. You would have 1 in the lobby and 3 in your office all day long. That's what happened. How many reps come to the office anymore? You don't see reps, from banks anymore.
I wish it was still that way, Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
It was much easier. Now you have to know these products in your head when you're speaking to somebody. When you're at a real estate office and he says, "Hey, I got a file. What can we do? I got a client. What can we do?" So your team, they've become experts in the on the products, and I got to commend you on that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, starting with Hartford, having of course all of the products available, all of your traditional programs, to now having all of the non-qualified programs, all of those no-income loans that a lot of the banks are offering now. What really is separating, again, us and Hartford and my team from everybody else is, not only are we underwriting all of them in-house and, really controlling that file from start to finish, and the realtors know that they can feel extremely comfortable when we're working with their clients, because they know that we're experts at all of these programs. Not just your normal conventional and FHA loans, all of the non-qualified products that, probably became 50% of our business over the last year, with all of the crazy stuff going on. So I commend you and the bank, of course, for, making all of those programs available to us and, to our consumers and referral partners, and to have the training that you guys offer and that we offer on the team. I think that's why, we're very knowledgeable on all of the programs, and, why it's really separating us from, again, all of the other loan officers out there who, don't really have, all of that ammunition to, help their clients get into that home or refinance their home.
Well, as you know, over the past year when the rates came up, a lot of these borrowers who were in the market no longer qualified. They didn't qualify anymore for the program they were in the market for. They were qualified at a 4%, rates shot up to 5.5%, so we had to find unique ways to get them approved. We were ahead of the game. We had these non-QM products, 4 or 5 years ago, so we were able to move them into a different loan product, which, I thought we did a really good job at that. I really did.
And Keith, I actually planned on my next episode, speaking about all of these new programs, these non-qualified products, and how they've really helped change our industry and helped, again, our clients get into homes. They helped our referral partners, produce more business. And I think it'll be exciting to really speak about that, on my next episode. And I truly appreciate, and I feel honored that, you were my first guest on the Mortgage Mindset. And I really look forward to, doing this again, in the near future, of course.
Of course. Good luck with your series.